Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of BS Drunk Movie Reviews. This is a weekly podcast, and we do update the video version to our YouTube channel, so you can check that out. My name is Vetta, and as always, I am joined by my brother Matt.
Hey, you guys.
And this month's movie theme is Thanksgiving. So on
Yay.
this episode, we are going to be talking about Thankskilling.
Thankskilling.
So before we dive into this,
yes.
yeah.
No, you go ahead.
What are you drinking?
Well, I wanted to pick there was plenty of options, but I just wanted to pick something that felt Thanksgiving-y. So I am drinking a rum chata coffee. Ooh. It's like warm and cozy.
Love rum chata.
Me
it's
too.
Like cereal and alcohol.
Yeah, exactly. Like there's usually only two liquids that pass these lips, and that's coffee and wine. But this is my favorite coffee mixed with rum chata. I was like, I think I know what I'm having tomorrow morning.
Our sister-in-law and I went to the beach one time, and we would walk across the street from the hotel, go get Starbucks coffee, walk back to our hotel room, add rum chata, and then go sit on the beach.
That's how to do it.
Right.
What are you drinking?
So I am drinking an amazing frozen turkey. It is literally an alcoholic milkshake.
Nice.
Yeah. So it is butter pecan ice cream, amaretto, and bourbon. And I'm not a huge, I like bourbon, but it's not my go-to. Like, if somebody hands me a glass of bourbon, I ain't gonna turn it away. Because, it's alcohol. So I was a little nervous, but man, this is good. And
Right
I'm not
on.
a huge butter pecan fan, but these are some nice flavors. I'm really starting to think of what other alcohols can I add to ice cream for a milkshake.
Yeah, Vetta. Vetta, I just want to say right now, before we get started on this whole podcast, that I
know
go.
Now I'm not allowed to pick themes, and now I'm not allowed to pick movies.
No, I'm just telling you, for this one, I'm gonna go wild, buck wild. I am gonna go skinny dipping, no clothes on. I am gonna ghost ride the whip, man. Woo! Yeah, I am gonna have sex. Not with you.
With a person.
With a person.
No. Yeah. So, had you seen this movie before?
No, and I'm never gonna see it again. I got it that this movie was tongue in cheek, but it was ridiculous. I have 2 pages of notes, by the way.
Did you watch the trailer?
Yes. And as soon as I saw it, I was like, shit. I was like, oh.
What was your first impression?
I thought it was gonna suck. I was like, shit, it's cheap looking.
No, when the real movie started. Like, when the movie started.
Oh, when the real movie, okay, first off, it started in 1621, the olden days. Yay. But the first thing I thought was titties. I was like,
literally on the screen. It's boobs. And they are porn actress boobs. Yeah. That is Wanda Lust.
Nice. Listen, and don't get me wrong. Listen, I liked them. But why were her titties out? Like, what's going on there?
Okay, this whole movie has porn vibes to it. Like, at any moment in this movie, they could break into, like, the whole thing is the pizza delivery boy type porn, like, any minute. I mean,
I guess so, but like there was not very much sex, if you ask me. It was the setup for porn.
Yeah. I just was like, that's what I mean. At any moment, I thought this was going to be a joke, and all of a sudden it was going to be like, just kidding, this is Porn Fest.
Yeah, and the turkey was, yeah, exactly. Exactly. And the turkey was ridiculous because he's just like, nice tits, bitch. Bam! I was like, what's going on here? Like, right out the gate, I was all like, I hate this movie so much. Like, I hate it.
It was so ridiculous. The shitty acting, like, oh my God, the over-the-top shitty. And these people are so dumb, yet they were on Thanksgiving break from college.
Yeah.
And yet They were dumber than shit.
Yes. Okay. So first off, you mentioned it, so I'll say it right now because it comes up a little bit later in my notes. But everything is so exaggerated, so exaggerated. It's like not even like kind of realistic. They're just like, just go with it, guys. Just go with it. Um. Okay. And I have one question for you. Do people get
Yeah.
that excited over Thanksgiving break? Like that guy tore his shirt off his body. And he's like, yeah, Thanksgiving break, fuck yeah. And I'm like, what? Over this? I mean, like, it was insane.
Like 4 days for Thanksgiving break. I don't know. You get more excited and no one gets that excited because you're going home to your parents. You get that excited for spring break because you're going somewhere for drinks and God knows what else. As parents, we don't want to know. As long as it's legal and everyone's consenting, don't want to know.
Right on. I also like, okay, so when they're driving in the car and that girl calls her sheriff dad and his wife, okay, the shit coffee scene was
No.
just
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
it was gross. It was
I
fucking
can't.
gross. It was
Oh,
disgusting. And that's what I'm talking about. This movie is so over the top ridiculous because he's all like, this coffee tastes like shit. And then she's like, well, now that you mention it, it's because it is. I want a divorce. Why don't you just file for divorce? Like, it's simpler than that.
why did you have to get that? But can we talk about that entire ride in the car? How
Oh,
dumb it was.
yes, we can because I have things to say.
So you have the slutty douchey girl, no slut shame. If that's how you want to live your life, you do it and own it. But this girl was over the top dumb and over the top sexual about everything to the point where they made a very tacky joke of her legs were harder to close than the John Bidet Ramsey case.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh
Which
my God.
Which I'm sorry, like I'm all like, if she's so sexual, why wasn't she just sucking everybody off from the get-go? Like I'm all like, what's going on here? Like,
Yeah, she didn't want anything to do with Billy, so she couldn't have been that big of a,
is that the nerdy kid?
No, that was the big kid. Darren was the nerdy kid.
Okay, which by the way, him when he does his little speech about how he's gonna go buck wild and everything, I'm like, look at you. Which first off, I just wanted when he was like, I'm gonna have sex. I'm like, well, you're not ugly. I'm like, I'm pretty sure you could have got laid, buddy. But when
Oh,
he like spits
can
and he
we
like
talk
wipes when he
when he
like
wipes
wipes it
his
off
mouth?
his face, I was like, ew, gross. I was like, that was a little forced. And then I love how the one kid up front, what was the kid's driving in the hunk when he's like, these biceps are weapon of
Johnny?
mass
Yes.
destruction. I was like, get the fuck out of here. Oh my God. And I'm like, listen,
And
Chad.
the nerdy just in awe of
Oh
him.
yeah. Which I'm all like, what's so great about this kid? He's not even a real quarterback. He's like a third stringer because of the accident. um
And I'm sure he was drunk and did something stupid when he broke his leg.
Probably. Yeah,
So
probably. Okay, so what's up with all the close-ups in this movie? They're doing close-ups of legs, close-ups of like eyeballs, faces, titties. I'm just like, you don't have to do this many. Maybe pull it back a little
I
bit.
have I want to know how much the budget was. Was this a student film? The fact that there's a sequel boggles my fucking mind.
Yeah. Oh, the budget on this was not very big. I mean, I think I have it somewhere in my notes. But their little shaman book was made of cardboard. I don't know if you noticed that, but it
Yeah.
was made of
Well,
cardboard.
did you notice when they were flipping through all the books? They were like children's books and had pictures in them. And then I think one kid was flipping through the Bible.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm
did
just
they
like,
just be like, can somebody just go to the library and get some books?
yeah, just and why didn't they just why did they make a cardboard book? Why don't you just pick a regular book, put a piece of paper over it and color on it? That would have been way better. So I love the flashback scene of the little shaman and the settlers. Like I'm all like, what's going on here? This is the most ridiculous.
Really shitty comic book esque drawing
It was
art.
just ridiculous. And I'm all like, this is a horrible backstory. It's not even good. And I love how the one you getting scared? No, it doesn't even kind of sound scary. Like, um
Because
um
I go, if an Indian chief or shaman or whatever was going to curse people, would he really make it a killer turkey?
Oh, right on. Oh, and what about the flashback with the Chad kid, the hunk with his dad? He's like, yeah, me and my dad,
Johnny?
yeah, me and Johnny, yeah. I'm just gonna call him Chad. He's like, me and my dad, we used to be so close. We used to play until the accident or whatever. And I'm all like, and at first when he said that, I thought he was talking about his dad died, but if we come to find out that's not happened. Yeah. And then the fat dude, his dad died too, because he mentioned that. And I'm all like, is everybody's dad in this movie dead? Because they're all mentioning their dead dads in this car ride. But they're not. They're not dead. Anyways.
No, they're not. There's a lot in this movie that makes no sense. Like, they didn't think when the car broke down to call a tow truck or to call her dad or somebody.
Oh
They're
my
like,
God.
we got sleeping bags. Let's just camp out and get wasted.
Yeah, exactly. They say, we got tents, we got beer, let's party right here. And I'm like, what? In the woods? I mean, I like
First
you
of
said.
all, that sounds a lot like camping, and I'm out.
Yeah, just like you said, why don't you call like AAA or something, like, or a friend, or maybe pull out your tools. Oh, they didn't have any tools with them, but I'm the
No,
whole
he
time.
does, because he fixes it. Remember, the next
Oh yeah,
morning
yeah,
he's
yeah,
under the hood and
yeah.
he's
Which
cranking on some cord, and you're like, that
right.
cord's not attached to
Look at you,
anything.
Michelin Man. I'm just like, why don't you just call AAA or a tow truck? I mean, it was so weird. Or have that girl call her sheriff dad.
Yeah, because wherever you are, I'm sure he can call somebody nearby and be like, hey, my daughter's stuck on the highway. Can you go get her and her douchey friends?
Right on. Okay, I love how okay, so Flashy and his owner, they live in an outdoor shack. It's like an outhouse in the woods. It's
Yes, that's
this
what I thought too. I
he's
thought it
all
was an outhouse.
I'm like, he's all like, don't wander too far from home. And I mean, I'm like, your outhouse is your home? Like,
Dinner's gonna be ready
yeah,
soon.
exactly. Like, I'm all like, what are you cooking on besides your toilet? It's so weird. Like, they couldn't afford a budget of just going out to the woods and finding some rando cabin to film in front of? Um,
Or why
oh,
did they have to show anything at all? He couldn't have just been taking a walk in the woods.
right on. And I love how, real quick, I forgot to mention it before, but when he's telling the ghost story, he's like, turkeyologists. And I'm like, is there such thing as a turkeyologist? What?
Isn't that what you talk to when you call the Butterball hotline on
Right.
Thanksgiving when you have a turkey catastrophe?
Oh, that's so good. We should totally do that one year. Just call them and be like, so turkeyologists say, and then tell them the story from this movie of the shaman, and then just be like, is this true? And should I worry about my turkey?
By Butterball. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be so good. We should do that for real. Um,
We talk about when Danny reads the sign of the city and he literally does like a kindergarten and puts his finger under it and
oh
follows it across as he's
yeah,
saying
so good. What was the name of the city, the town?
like Strawberg.
Crawburg. It's so ridiculous. It was
He
ridiculous.
put his finger under it and went Crawford. When he did that, I was like, you were in college.
Right. I love how the one girl was all like, there's only one man in my life. And I'm like, is it Jesus? Like as soon as but
This movie was so bananas.
yeah, it was ridiculous. Okay. So
So
can
what did
we
you think of everything that unfolded once they got home? Like
well, can I say one more
the
thing about the backstory slash the cartoon?
oh,
Because okay,
absolutely.
I wrote down his name is Eagle Cloud, the little shaman or whatever. But the first picture was of him as a cartoon, and I wrote down Eagle Cloud has some long ass nipples. Like his nipples, they look like baby
You
bottle
mean
nipples
udders? He had udders. He had udders.
for
Those weren't
sure.
nipples.
So yeah, no, okay.
So do you think for that cartoon part, do you think somebody on the cast was like, dude, my brother can draw and he'll do it for free if I ask him, just we got to put him in the credits, give him credit for it. And then he'll be like, I'm famous. Yeah, I'll do it.
That wouldn't surprise me. Nothing surprises me about this movie. It's ridiculous. It's utterly ridiculous. Okay. Can we talk about the kills a little bit, like once they send
Yeah,
them
let's
home?
start with Johnny's parents.
Okay, well, first off, can I just ask one question about this whole thing?
Yeah,
Why are they talking to this? Why are people talking to this turkey? Like, why are they talking to
I
it like it's a
wondered that
person?
through the whole thing.
I
Like
don't understand.
they talk to it like turkeys talk.
Yeah, that's exactly what I thought. I was like, if a turkey talked to me, I'd be like, this is fucking crazy. I'm going to get away from you as soon as possible.
See, your flight or fight kicked in. I would have been like, shit, did I take something? Did I get roofied? What is
Oh,
happening?
yeah, no, I was like,
That gives the turkey a ride.
yeah, oh, yeah, I wrote, listen, we're gonna get to that. Okay, let's get to the kills. Okay.
Because that happens before the kills. I totally forgot about it, but that happens before, obviously, before the kills, because the turkey has to get to the
Oh,
town before he can do the kills. Ass,
okay.
grass, or cash, nobody rides for free.
Yeah, exactly. I was all like, I was when I was all like, would you, I don't know, would you fuck a turkey? Because I
No,
know I would not. Animals are off the menu for me. I don't know about you.
that's not an option. My whole thing, though, is again, everyone talks to this turkey like talking turkeys are normal. The guy opens the door and offers the turkey a ride.
Yeah, and I would have just been if as soon as he said that, I was just like, cash or gas, but I gotta pay for it when we get to the station.
Turkey.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Like I'm just like, this is so insane. Um, well, okay, so I wrote this down, but I don't remember it. So it's I wrote down when she told Darren, which one's Darren?
The nerdy one.
Okay, when she told Darren that he was right about the turkey. Okay, now I remember when he was right about the turkey. That the turkey is real and everything. The look on his face, he was like so happy, like he was like ridiculously happy, and I'm all like, dude, I've had enough of all of you. I hope he kills all of you. I hope he kills all of you.
Smile was like a good happy. His smile was like a serial killer who just found their next victim. It was creepy happy. It was
Right on.
not good. Okay, so to the kills.
To the
The
kills.
first people to die are Johnny's parents, the football player. Can we
Yes.
talk about how he lies to his dad? And because he lies to his dad and says he's first string, now they're best friends.
Yeah, which was ridiculous. I'm all like, I feel like it would have just been better if your dad was dead for this
They
movie.
all talk like they're 80s radio DJs.
Oh, yeah. It's ridiculous. Like they know they're being recorded, so they're all like, we have to put on a happy face. And I'm all like, you guys, this is so bad. Like, where did you get these actors from? Like Circle Theater? Like,
Very few of them have ever been in anything else.
I'd be surprised if they've been in anything else besides the
I think
sequel.
Wanda Lust has been in the most films only
Oh,
because she's a porn star.
right.
And they're all listed on IMDb.
Yeah. So after Johnny's parents get killed, he's not that upset about it when he goes to the other people's house and he's all like trying to get everybody
Nobody
because
hates when people die.
yeah, it's so ridiculous. It's like crazy. So then when the one girl is having sex, the slutty girl, and then the turkey kills her mate and he takes over. Okay, so they mentioned that there's a gravy flavored condom, and I was like, do those exist? Because if so, gross, and why?
In an extra small size.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, this is so like, I don't even know. I don't get it. I don't get it. And again, why is everybody talking to this turkey like it's, I wrote this down a couple of times. Why is everybody talking to this turkey like it's normal? I do not understand. I really don't understand this concept of this movie. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I get it. It's a horror movie, but could you at least make it a little bit realistic, like a tiny bit realistic?
Well, so when he goes to kill Kristen and she's not home and his dad's dressed up like a turkey, so his dad thinks he's dressed up like a turkey and he's a midget.
Oh, right on.
And then
Yeah.
he's like, well, this is getting
Oh,
awkward. I'm going to go. And the guy was like, all right, little fella. Or I didn't know she had any little fella friends. He's like, that's it. And he kills the dad and he wears his face. And everyone believes it's the dad.
yeah. I didn't get
When
that
did your
either. It
dad get
was
feathers? You really thought his turkey costume was that good for the police ball or whatever that
right. Yeah, well, she has
you
to bend down to talk to it. And I'm all like, this is ridiculous. Like I said before,
and
I get it, but have a little bit of realism in your movie. It's ridiculous. Okay. I already said it before, but that the book montage was ridiculous. And then the book was made of cardboard. You could tell,
absolutely.
you could see the little ridges where you cut the cardboard. You could see little ridges on the
Yeah.
edge or whatever. Um, I don't know about you, but I loved that code in the book that they had to figure out of how to kill the turkey. I'm all like, what? Why are they writing it down in code? That's ridiculous. And it's in like, I think I saw an
What is the math
ampersand in
equation?
there. I'm all like, what's going on here? I'm like, this it's the craziest thing. I'm all like, we're
And the
people.
poor kid's like, I think I might be able to. No, I can do it.
Yeah, it was
Like,
ridiculous. It was so ridiculous. And I love how they're like, if he's not out killing, he's in his teepee. And then I'm like, they went to his teepee. I'm like, that looks like an army tent, not a teepee. I just have to say that right now. He made that. He made the,
that's a really big teepee. Who built it? Because the turkey's too little.
yeah. And so, oh, and then after he kills Darren and well, Billy dies first. Okay. Because he's walking home and everything. And I'm all like, yeah, everybody knows you don't
And he's so
separate.
hungry.
Yeah, he's so hungry, which I'm all like, oh, way to make the fat guy hungry. But and then when Darren dies, he's like, come on, Darren, come on, it's nice up here. And I'm like, is or when Darren's having like that montage of him and Billy, I'm like, are Darren and Billy gay? Like,
Yay. That's what I thought
I,
too.
I'm all
Because
like, I
nobody
just,
thinks that way about their best friend,
yeah,
like
because
romantically.
yeah, I was all like, this is very, I was like, I don't know, maybe I'm the one in the wrong here, but I was like, it's very gay. Like, he's all like, we didn't get to like, suck each other off and everything. And so before we get to the end, was there anything else you wanted to say here about this movie? Because
Everything about this movie is ridiculous. I mean, after they go and do the chant in the book, after Daryl figures it out and they say it backwards, and the guy from the woods shoots the turkey, they think he's dead. And even I went, no, it said you had to burn him at the stake. You didn't burn him. And then he conveniently falls in a vat of radio. It was a garbage can. It was a garbage can like I put
yeah,
out on the curb on Wednesdays
yeah.
of radioactive waste.
And I love how at the end he's all like, do I smell sequel? And I'm like, not for this guy right here, because I'm not watching it. I don't give a shit how many times you pick it. I'm not watching the sequel. This movie was enough for me. What?
It's a third. It says they don't even call it Turkey Killings 2. It's Turkey Killings 3. Like, they know how fucking stupid this shit is. They're just perpetually doing it now.
Yeah, I hated this movie. I hated that you picked this movie. I hated that I watched
I'm
this
so
movie.
sorry. I will
I mean,
apologize
it's
every
fine.
day.
You have no idea how many times like my wife was all like, what are you, because I just kept going, this is so ridiculous, what is going on here? I just didn't like it.
Just it's just too much. It's too much over the top, too much silliness, too much everything.
Yeah, I get, yeah, and I get it, it was tongue-in-cheek, but I just go, this is too much tongue
It
and
was,
too much cheek, you know.
but it was even bad at that.
Yo, yeah, it's so bad, it's freaking, I hate this movie, I hate it.
All right. Did you have anything else you wanted to say about this movie?
Oh, nothing good, nothing good. So
Well, I'm going to ask this, but I think it's rhetorical, but answer it anyways. Would you recommend this movie?
No, don't waste your time. Don't waste your money. Don't watch the trailer. It's none of this is good. It's not good. None of this is good.
I would agree. All right, so now we're gonna move on to our next segment of the show. Our questions. What is your question today?
All right. So, what is your favorite Thanksgiving movie? And this can be either like a movie that takes place during Thanksgiving, or Thanksgiving is a scene in there, anything.
So I picked Knives Out because
Oh,
it was
right
the only
on.
movie I could think of that had Thanksgiving
Right on.
anything to
Yeah,
do
no,
with it.
that's a good
So what did you pick?
well, I chose Grumpy Old Men.
Oh, I
You know,
didn't like
it's
that
there's
movie.
some there's a Christmas part of that, but there's a Thanksgiving part at like the beginning or whatnot. And I love that movie so much because it's so much how I'm gonna be when I'm older. I'm gonna be the
Yeah,
grumpy
I thought
one.
that was a Christmas movie.
Well, it
Oh,
does
I'm
it.
definitely get off my lawn.
Yeah, exactly. No, there is the like the back portion of that movie is definitely Christmassy, but there is Thanksgiving in there, and I count it if there's a Thanksgiving scene there. So yeah, fucker. What was your
Excellent. So
question?
I already know the answer. So my question is, will you be watching Thanksgiving 3?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. If you suggest it for season 4 and beyond, I'm gonna hurt you. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'll end the podcast. I'm not
Oh
playing.
no, I've already decided. Instead of Thanksgiving 3, I'm gonna recommend Llamageddon. So
No
play
more
off of
animals. What's going on with you? What is going on here? Although I probably Llamageddon, I probably watch it anyways. I'd probably watch Thanksgiving 3. I just would not enjoy it, and I'd bitch the whole time. Like, this is
that's
ridiculous.
okay. I don't mind. All right. So thank you guys so much for listening. And if you are listening to us on Apple Pod, Spotify, or anywhere where you get your podcast that allows you to leave a review, please be sure to leave a 5-star review rating. You have no idea how much it helps us out. Follow us on Twitter at BS Drunk Pod to stay updated. We will also be posting this video to our YouTube channel, so be sure to subscribe so you can find us at YouTube BS Drunk Movie Reviews. And don't forget to drink, recap, review, and repeat. Bye.
Bye, you guys.